What's up, everyone? I'm Kevin Zimmerman. This is Kellen Olson, ArizonaSports.com editors. We're here to preview the finals. Cavs, Warriors. This isn't our first rodeo.
Oh boy, so exciting. Basically, the question comes down to, is LeBron James, or more so any basketball player, capable of pulling off this with his roster on the Cavs? I think the interesting thing to me about the finals, Kevin, to swing it back to you, is how the Warriors played last series. I feel like I've always enjoyed watching the Warriors so much because of the style of basketball they play with ball movement, but they tried to match the Rockets in isolation. And do you think that maybe puts them in a bad rhythm heading into this series?
I think we'll know right off the bat if they go back to what they were doing, the ball movement, all of that. They beat Houston with Kevin Durant just winning because he's a great isolation player, but yeah, I mean, it's a series, I think, if they get stuck in that again. Granted, that's going to be hard for me to see happening just because the Cavs aren't that good on defense.
They're pretty terrible, in fact. But the Kevin Durant thing is really fascinating to me because he was just turning into this balanced two-way monster really last year in the finals. And then we see him this year, and he actually went back to that OKC offense a little bit. And it was kind of a low-key storyline, like, oh, when Steph and Clay are moving the ball and everything's going great, they look like the Warriors. But when KD's calling for it on the low block, it's kind of like, oh, we're back to just sitting around and watching him do stuff. So I think that's the one thing that we're going to watch for right away, is just seeing how they look in Game 1 and Game 2 and if they're going to be able to move the ball like that. And obviously on the Cavs side, you need Kevin Love to be the second best player by far on the Cavs and really be that all-star caliber player that he was in Minnesota and then in stretches in Cleveland.
I think the interesting thing is if you look just a few years back, Kevin Durant was almost challenging LeBron for best player on the planet status. And now they meet up again, and it really could be more about them two than it is about their teams. I mean, I think the biggest thing for me as far as interest level is, can LeBron just carry this team that was sliced in half at the midseason point, put back together by Colby Altman, their GM? Can he lead that team to wins? So I think that's going to be the most interesting thing. What do you have as far as prediction?
So I was going to ask you, I have Warriors in 5. That's the really boring pick that everyone's making. Give LeBron one game because he's LeBron James. That's hard to say, isn't it, Kevin? But I think the more interesting thing for me on the Cavs side is looking at one random player to step up. Like, is Rodney Hood going to get minutes now because they really, really need offense? And can he be that scorer? Like, that's why he's probably not going to get minutes. Like, George Hill, is Kyle Korver going to average 20 a game? Is that the kind of stuff that can happen? But I'm still kind of worried a bit about how the Warriors played last series, but that's more of, I mean, they're the Warriors. They're going to win in 5.
I'll go Warriors in 6.
Ooh, okay.
Really pushing the envelope there. That's Kellen Olson. I'm Kevin Zimmerman for ArizonaSports.com.
98.7 FM, Arizona's sports station.